Sudan is a country that has a lot of natural resources. And I keep on asking myself as an African born in this continent, that why is it that countries that have the most resources or countries that are blessed with resources suffer the most? Is it because their leaders are greedy? The fight is going on because of three things, which is power, control, and money. You are welcome to another session of Hypercity Review. Now, it has been reported that diplomats and foreign dignitaries are evacuating Sudan. What may be the reason? If you want to know why, stay tuned. So there's a conflict going on between the military and the RSF, which stands for Rapid Support Forces. Sudan is a country of over 40 million people, but it has been ravaged by civil war and also military coup. Since its independence, Sudan has been ruled by military governments more than civilian governments. In this video, I'm going to explain the genesis of whatever is happening in Sudan, who is fighting who, and what brought about the fight in the first place. So when conflicts like these happen, the question everybody wants an answer to is as to who is fighting who and what exactly are they fighting for. The ongoing fight is between General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, who is the head of the armed forces and in effect the country's president, and the leader of the RSF, that is the Rapid Support Forces, General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, better known as Hemeti. Sudan, since the recent coup, has been run by a council of generals. There's a lot of history behind these two sides, but the most important one that we need to focus on is the RSF. To understand how this conflict came out in the first place, we will need to know who Omar Bashir is. Omar Bashir was a Sudanese dictator that ruled for over 30 years in Sudan. Fast forward, he was overthrown in 2021 by the two generals that are fighting right now. We will need to understand that the two generals have numbers in terms of soldiers and in terms of weapons, and this fight is going to go on till eternity until one of these generals bow to the other, but it doesn't look like it will happen soon. We now get to an important session of this topic, that is, what is the cause of the conflict in Sudan. The main cause of the recent conflicts is unknown, but for the purpose of this video, it has been reported by major news channels that the security sector reform may have been an underlying factor. Some of you may ask, what then is the security sector reform? General al-Burhan, who is the leader of the regular military, wanted to get the army out of politics and also merge the RSF into the regular armed forces to become led by a civilian government like any other country. As I said earlier on, Sudan has been a country that has been ruled by a military government for quite a lot of times. So what General al-Burhan wanted to do is to try and merge the RSF and the normal military governments together. And from there, they can go on to transition the power from military government into civilian rule. General al-Burhan wanted the merging and everything to be done within 2 years. International security experts also proposed a 5-year timeline. But the leader of the RSF proposed that it is a massive task, and so it would need at least 10 years for it to happen. This, I'm sure, created tension between the two of them, and one thing led to another, and bang, everything fell out of place. The sad part is that when these situations happen, well-meaning civilians are the ones that get affected the most. It has been reported by major news outlets all over the world that there are major human rights abuses from both sides. Sudan is a country that has a lot of natural resources, and I keep on asking myself as an African born in this continent, that why is it that countries that have the most resources or countries that are blessed with resources suffer the most? Is it because their leaders are greedy? The fight is going on because of three things, which is power, control, and money. This is what is happening in the case of the conflict in Sudan. However, I will try and give you multiple updates for us to better well understand the situation over there. If you are interested in LGBTQ rights in Uganda, then you might as well want to see this video. That's all I have for you now on this session of Hypercity Review. I will keep on giving you reviews of news articles and trending topics in Ghana and all around the world. Until then, it's goodbye.